Exactly. It's just big weird how somebody just want to make money off somebody else's pain. Like, sweetheart, you don't even know me. The reason why they took my child is because I was homeless sleeping in my car when I originally asked them people for help, and they really gave. I do take full accountability for my actions. I had no intentions on anything that I've done except for trying to get money and trying to get help from social media. Because when I did go to CYS, they did not help me. My child was molested. They did nothing about it. Nothing was unfounded. They didn't even listen to my child's voice. When I made the report to the detectives, what they did with that report was 302 me 2 weeks after that. Then my house got condemned. I partially owned my house, but not fully. I had a rent-to-own house. I ended up making a bad skit. I deleted it because I knew I went too far, and I'm like, damn. I thought it was gone, but people screen recorded me, the trolls, and sent it to the children youth building. I said, somebody please come get my child. I want to put my car in the river. Nobody's helping, etc., etc. That was a skit. I deleted that live. I don't know how people screen recorded me. It was wrong of me. I take full accountability for my actions. This led to my child being taken away, but if those people would have never screen recorded, it would have never even got sent to them. I deleted it because I knew I went too far. The sun is in my eyes, so I can barely even look at the camera for real. You know, I'm not a bad mom. My son had everything he wanted. My son was only without me for a couple hours, and that's when I had to do a program. There's nothing wrong with me. People are going around saying that she's crazy, this, that, the third. That's a lie. I only suffer from anxiety, ADHD, and PTSD, which this type of trauma can cause me to be everywhere in my words and everything. I contacted shelters. The one shelter abused their rights by screaming at my child. It was a children and women shelter. Also, a lady there grabbed my child. I went live about that. They kicked me out of there because of it, but the only thing I had was my live because my voice wasn't getting out to the people that it needed to get to. I asked Children and Youth for funding for a hotel and all that type of stuff. I was at the top of the waiting list for housing. I told them all I needed was a letter, and they still was giving me a hard time about it. I just signed my voucher yesterday. There's a lot of things going on. I just feel like if people was just minding their business, even though I did put my business out there, it wasn't real business. I also told Children and Youth that I was going to make a skit that people was going to call in, and it was going to be a real big skit. But I ended up deleting that. So I don't even know why people were screen recording and had the nerves to send things in if I already said I knew I went too far saying that. I never said I was going to hurt my kid, though. Never. My exact words that I said was, somebody please come pick up my child. You know? And they didn't even listen to that. So, you know, there's a lot of trolls out there that's just being very hateful. I needed a house. I needed somewhere to stay. Me and my child was sleeping in the car. I called shelters. After I got kicked out the shelter, they didn't have no rooms. I had to do parenting class. I had to do a mental health evaluation because people were saying I was crazy, which I'm not. I know pretty much of the whole world suffer from some type of anxiety, depression, PTSD, or some type of trauma. This can cause my trauma and my mental healthness to be extremely bad, especially because all of this, they just took my child away from me. He's all I have. I knew I went too far. That's why I deleted it. I don't know why these people screen recorded me and start making their own storylines and things like that. I do need help. I need help with, you know, a lot of money, but I'm tired of asking people for help because I made a GoFundMe and nobody's utilizing my GoFundMe. Everybody's just saying prayers and prayers for this and prayers for that, but nobody's helping me. A lot of my supporters on social media, I surpassed 3.1 million. I was utilizing my platform to get my son's voice heard because he was molested. And this is where all this stemmed from. My son never got help, which is the reason why a case was open, because my child was molested. After that, people start calling in,
you know, saying how I'm acting on Facebook when I was raising awareness from the beginning. They try to get dependency on my child the first time, and they wasn't able to get dependency. The judge said no, that they have emotional connection, and we still have emotional connection. I was just trying to survive, trying to get help from social media. People paid for groceries. People paid for my car insurance and things like that. My car payment is coming up. It's $160. I already paid my insurance. So I need my car because I have all my stuff in my car and my son's clothes as well. I did sign up for housing, and I was at the top of the housing waiting list. There's just a lot going on. People are trying to say I'm a skit. Everything's a skit. Everything is not a skit. The only part was a skit was me dating that girl. Me and her wasn't dating. And the other part where I just hate saying it because I feel so fucking bad. Like, I literally deleted that live and they screen recorded and sent it in. Like, I knew I was wrong. That's why I deleted it, because I went too far, and I deleted it the same day. I've been doing everything by myself. I've been a mom, a full-time mom for 5 years. I never have trouble with doing anything by myself. I wouldn't need as much support as I need it now if my house didn't get condemned. I would have never, if they would have helped me, I would have never tried to get money off social media by lying and saying that I was going to do something that I had no intentions on doing. I said, somebody come get my child. That wasn't me saying I was going to put me and my child in the water. I never said that. I said, somebody come get my child. But I deleted that video because I had really no intentions on getting my child taken away. I had no intentions on people screen recording or anything. I didn't think people was going to do that. Like I said, I deleted that live, and people called in on me reporting that live. I even told them that that part was a skit. I even told social media that was a skit, but they just keep on going and going and going. Social media is evil. It's the devil. It's Babylon. And the system is really not for our kids. Because when my child was molested, they didn't find that man guilty. They said nothing unfounded. My son did an examination and all that stuff. They came in my house, looked at my house, and was like, okay, we're going to call city codes. They ain't tell me that, but I know that's what they did. So my house is condemned, and I have no money. My Cash App is Feed 'em. My Cash App is Feed 'em. Change the game. It's a green cash tag label. I also have Chime. I can get PayPal. This GoFundMe is so I can fund my house and get my child all the stuff he needs in his room. Like I said, I'm at the top of the house and waiting list. I signed my voucher, and all I need for them to do is make the referral for my mental health evaluation, because they still haven't done it yet. My house was supposed to be an asset, so I needed the landlord to actually write a letter, and he never did that either. So my insurance was out, and it's $180 in total for me to go get a mental health evaluation. I can literally go get one today with $180, but I don't have it. I've been putting gas in my car and buying food. Now I got temporary emergency food stamps. My food stamps is fully on now. I did a drug evaluation because people was lying on me, making up their own storylines saying I was on drugs. I don't do drugs. I smoke weed, and I have a medical card. In Pennsylvania, it's not legal yet. You cannot roll your weed, which is the reason why I have to do a drug and alcohol evaluations, because also I was rolling my weed, which I did stop doing that, and I haven't even been smoking. But I do need help from my community and from the people that have children and understand that the system really don't help, because if they would have helped, I wouldn't even been on live making skits in the first place. The fact that they knew about this and they threw it all in my face and turned it around on me like they didn't know it was a skit is diabolical, because I deleted that live. I wasn't trying to get views off of it. I knew I fucked up. But I am a good mom, and I deserve my child. I had no intentions on doing anything. I never said I was going to hurt my kid. Ever.